were detected on the 47th day of the nationwide lockdown yesterday to take the national tally of infected cases to 110. Most of the countries have adopted the lockdown strategy in their fight against COVID-19. Meanwhile, the global economic recession has been a major concern as countries are trying to phase out restrictions to rope their way out of economic crisis. The WHO, meanwhile, has warned that it is still too early to relax lockdown measures. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama, and these are the top stories of the hour. Nepal strongly condemns the construction of a road link to China's Tibet region through Nepalese territory in Lipu Lake by India. Student wings launched protests against the Indian move. Additional 8 individuals test positive for coronavirus to take the national COVID-19 infection tally to 110. Army and police mobilized at high-risk areas. 5,000 foreigners returned to their respective home countries during the lockdown. The government faces security challenge from the stranded foreign nationals in Nepal. And confirmed COVID-19 cases around the world crosses 4 million, cases increasing at alarming rates in Russia and India. Nepal has strongly condemned the Indian government's move to construct and inaugurate a new road link to China's Tibet region through Nepalese territory in Lipu Lake. Issuing a statement yesterday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has said that this unilateral act was against the understanding reached between the two countries at the prime ministerial level. The statement adds that a solution to boundary issues should be sought through diplomatic means, reiterating that the government of Nepal remains committed to seeking diplomatic solutions to the boundary issues on the basis of historical treaty, documents, facts and maps in keeping with the spirit of close and friendly ties between the two countries. Nepal has called the Indian government to refrain from carrying out any activity inside the Nepalese territory. The government has said it also maintained its stance consistently as per the 1816 Sugauli Treaty, based on which all the territories east of Mahakali River, including Limpiadhura, Kalapani and Lipu Lake, belong to Nepal. The government has stated that Nepal has proposed dates for holding a foreign secretariat-level meeting to India twice before, as mandated by their leaders, and that the response from the Indian side was still awaited. Meanwhile, India has stated that the recently inaugurated road section in Pithoragarh district is a part of Indian territory. In a statement released late evening yesterday, spokesperson of Indian Ministry of External Affairs said that the newly constructed road follows the pre-existing route used in Kailash Mansarovar pilgrimage. The statement also said that India is committed to resolving any outstanding boundary issues through diplomatic dialogue. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh yesterday unveiled clips of video conference in New Delhi where the Indian minister was seen inaugurating the new road link. The ruling Nepal Communist Party has stated that India has ignored Nepal's sovereignty by constructing a road link in Nepal's territory in Lipu Lake. Prime Minister and co-chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, KP Sharma Oli, and the other party co-chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal held a meeting yesterday evening and issued a joint press release stating that their attention had been seriously drawn by India's alarming move. They have requested the Indian side to stop the road construction works in the region and warned that the issue can become complex if the works continue. In yesterday's joint press release, Chairman Duo Oli and Dahal said that India's move of constructing the road link in Nepal's territory at a time of the coronavirus pandemic was very disappointing. In the statement, the chairman duo also mentioned that Limpiadhura, Kalapani and Lipu Lake, situated in the east of the Mahakali River, lie in Nepal's territory on the basis of the historical treaty, documents, facts and the Sugauli Treaty itself. Meanwhile, political parties have also strongly opposed the Indian government's move of opening a roadway to China's Tibet region through the Nepalese territory in Lipu Lake. Leaders from both the ruling and the main opposition have expressed their strong objection through social media against the Indian move and urged the Nepal government to resolve the dispute at the earliest. Spokesperson of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Naren Kaji Shrestha, through his Twitter, condemned the Indian government and urged the government Government of Nepal to make prompt decisions to address the issue. Shrestha opposed the Indian government's move to operate the roadway unilaterally in the area which India itself has accepted as a disputed region. Likewise, the main opposition Nepali Congress has demanded the government's stance on the recent Indian government's move. Nepali Congress spokesperson Vishnu Prakash Sharma in his tweet said that Nepali Congress has always clarified that Lipulekh is a part of Nepal and has drawn the government's attention in seeking permanent solution on border issues between Nepal and India through diplomatic initiatives. Former Prime Minister and leader of Samajwadi Party Baburam Bhattarai has also drawn government's attention on the issue at the Parliament on Friday. The Government of India had unveiled a controversial political map on 2nd of November last year, illustrating Nepal's Limpiadhura, Lipulekh and Kalapani regions as its own territory. The governments of both Nepal and India had vowed to sort out the border dispute following widespread criticisms regarding the political map issued by India by breaching the Nepalese territory, but the diplomatic and political initiatives by the government of Nepal has been a far cry. Meanwhile, the Parliamentary Committee under the Federal Parliament has summoned Foreign Minister Pradeep Gewali and Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa today to discuss the new development. Now, various student unions staged protests against the Indian government's move to operate the road link to Tibet region through Nepalese territory of Lipulekh. Student groups launched the protest in front of the Indian embassy at the capitals Lainchor and Maitighar Mandala yesterday. The police had also arrested a few students who were on their way to the protesting venues. A total of 33 students affiliated to the All Nepal Free Student Union, the student wing of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, the main opposition Nepali Congress affiliated to Nepal Student Union and the student union affiliated to Samajwadi Party were detained and kept in police club in the capital's Bhrikuti Mandap. All the detained students were released yesterday evening itself. The number of coronavirus cases in the country has reached 110 as 8 more individuals tested positive for the virus. For women aged 18, 43, 45 and 65 from Bhulke Udaipur, a 17-year-old man and 2 18-year-old men from Kapilvastu and a 62-year-old man from Chapkaya Birganj tested positive for coronavirus. According to the Health Ministry, all the infected are said to be in normal health condition. With this, the number of coronavirus cases in Udaipur has reached 32, while in Kapilvastu, 5 people have been infected so far. 19 individuals have been infected in Birganj and 25 in Parsa. 31 among the infected individuals across the country have already returned home after full recovery. However, 3 among those who recovered have been readmitted in hospitals after testing positive for coronavirus again. 16,309 samples have been tested under the PCR method so far in the country. 340 suspected people have been kept in a red zone. The Health Ministry has categorized 14 districts including Udaipur, Parsa and Bake as high-risk zone, from where the ministry is preparing to collect 5,300 samples by today. Medical teams comprising employees from the Department of Health Service, Nepal Army, Nepal Police and Armed Police Force have been deployed to collect the swab samples from these districts. And moving on, as India has experienced a surge in the number of COVID-19 cases, the number of cases among Nepali nationals in India has also increased. At least 28 Nepali nationals in India have tested positive for the virus so far, while 1 infected Nepali has succumbed to the virus. A 45-year-old man from Palpa who was working in Rohtak in Haryana died due to the virus. Meanwhile, the recently infected 23-year-old man is from Tukara Kedar rural municipality of Baitadi, who was working in Asia's largest vegetable wholesale market in local Azadpur area. There are many Nepali youths reportedly working in the market. The infected youth was taken to the local hospital after having symptoms of the virus. Most of the infected Nepali nationals are in the state of Maharashtra. 8 people from the same family, originally from Acham district and living in Gurgaon of Mumbai, were tested positive for the virus. Likewise, 3 Nepali migrants from Kailali have tested positive for the virus in Thane, Maharashtra. According to the Nepalese embassy in New Delhi, all 3 have been admitted in the hospital. 1 more person, aged 55, has tested positive in Dhanwad of Mumbai. Likewise, a 31-year-old nurse working in one medical outlet in Haryana's Gurgaon has also been confirmed with the virus. Nepal has suspended all international flights ever since the lockdown started in the country amid the risk of coronavirus. Since the flight suspension, none of the foreign nationals have landed in Nepal. Meanwhile, some 5,000 foreigners from 42 countries have returned to their respective home countries on several chartered flights. However, many foreign nationals are still stranded due to the lack of travel arrangements from their countries. The government is now facing security challenges from these stranded foreign nationals, especially the ones in financial crisis. On Monday, some Chinese nationals demonstrated in front of the capital's Singadarbar, citing that the Chinese embassy has remained indifferent to their request to help them return home. The sit-in turned violent and the protesting Chinese nationals even assaulted some policemen. The police took 45 Chinese nationals into custody, among which 4 are to be charged under indecent behavior. Following Friday's incident, police have started recording data of stranded foreign nationals in the capital, suspecting that these foreign citizens, especially those who are running out of living expenses, could be a security threat. As per the Immigration Act, these Chinese nationals could be deported to their country and could be banned from entering Nepalese territory in future. There are many stranded foreign nationals who are waiting to be rescued from Nepal. Most of them have overstayed in Nepal due to the expiry of their visas. The Department of Immigration does not have exact figure of foreign nationals in the country, which has resulted in the department facing problem in surveillance of these foreigners. The government of Nepal is fully responsible for the security of foreigners who are currently staying in the country. The incident on Friday has exhibited that they could be a threat for the country if the government fails in keeping records of their details, which is deemed significant at this time of national crisis. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, why are construction entrepreneurs reluctant to move ahead with development projects? Your options are A. Lockdown impact, B. Ploy to increase expenses, and C. Old style. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.